Previously on Relationship Talk with G's.
In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
All right. What you got for me? Relationship talk. Let me see. I can't see it. Relationship talk with G's.
How are you?
I almost read that as G Easy.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Hey, G's.
Huh?
Yeah, we can't be like too long. We got two more topics to get through, so just kind of wrap it up a little bit for me, please.
I got you. So my thing was, excuse me, I know I can be a little long with it. I work on that. My thing was, how can we as adults work together and problem solve and solution? So that was my biggest test, and that job pretty much saved my life.
All right, that was kind of like a hard ending there. I thought you was going to kind of smooth it out. It kind of made it awkward for me as a moderator. I'm like,
wait a minute.
you know, how did I come behind saying like that? It's almost like when Marcus told this story earlier. I'm
Told that
like,
man to wrap it up.
I'm here for my man.
Wrap it up. You couldn't wrap it up no better, boy. He said wrap it up. He came in hot. Instant. He was like, over to wrap it up. I got you. Bam.
Y'all think the way y'all think. That is dumb.
He really did. He really did.
Y'all are crazy. Now what you trying to make? Because these bitches is crazy. Like, my friends is crazy. Like, y'all is crazy.
You wanna talk?
Now y'all
Against the
crazy.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the chaos.
I follow, no need to say.
What's going on?
This is crazy.
I got some questions for y'all.
But this is crazy.
I got some questions for y'all.
Hold on, guys. Not yet.
Where we are heading now, babe.
What you got going on, man?
I knew you would like this topic right here.
I'm over here talking to Slim. I'm not talking to you, Slim. But anyway, no, I'm
you
not.
pull up on me tomorrow while I'm at work? Yes, you are.
Whatever. If I come there, I'm gonna get you. If I come there, I'm gonna get you fired.
You can't get me. Don't do that.
Hey, geez, you know how they get the poor, dirty boyfriends that come to their job and get them fired?
Oh my God! Don't do that.
after they put the out, then he show up at the job.
It's usually the chicks that's running to the job and getting the dude fired.
No,
These niggas ain't got no
bro.
job.
Look, not no more, bro. It's everything that girls used to do now.
Now,
With bitches' windows, flattening bitches' tires,
wait a minute.
Outside them tires for.
talking, breaking phones. It's all whole shit, bro. Anyway, what's up, man? What's the topic, man? What y'all talking about, man?
It's right there pinned up.
He wanna know the coochie got a price.
Is a bluebird blue?
I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all.
My question was basically, how much dick have y'all turned down? Y'all said a lot. So basically, by y'all saying that, just like women aren't dickmatized, men ain't pussy whipped. So you can't say that men is going to take pussy for the first thing just because she look good.
Alright,
because everything that look good ain't clean.
Paying for pussy really was reserved for a higher level of men because time is so valuable. See, poor people don't care. They brag about.
Let me tell you something. A woman gonna make time for what she chooses to make time for. I don't give a fuck what these women say. She can have 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. I had a chick one time, right? She had 2 kids. I liked her, and she ain't had nothing but time in the world. And her own fucking sister basically telling me, "Yo, leave this chick alone. Bounce on that. You know, like I shouldn't do this against my sister, but I know you a thorough ass." I let you know. She said she just seen a dude and went on a date, and at that time she had 1, 2, 3 kids. Who was watching them kids? Her sister was watching her kids. She had somebody watching all of kids. So don't tell me that a woman that can't make time, because she gonna make time for who she chooses to make time. Don't tell me that they can't make time. If she's not making that time for you, you should have exited 2 years ago. But it's okay to make these mistakes. We got to learn. The problem is that we don't have the right person to be able to tell us and make us identify these things. And I'm that because I've been through. I'm gonna tell you that bitch. Get yourself together. So now you don't even see that she might be the right one in your face because you're the one that's holding the grudge. You gotta there's no holding. Listen, you gotta let the grudge go.
No grudge.
I'm trying to tell you this, bro. See, this what you don't know. I didn't say this before, bro, but this what you don't know.
One thing I do know is that you don't listen. Because every time that you hear something that you don't want to hear, even if you don't like it, you cut people off. I asked her, why you not out with the baby dad?
Because I don't want to be with my baby dad.
Why you think about that before having a baby? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
no.
I'm
Don't do
saying
that. Don't do that. Don't do
that's the
that.
next thing they're gonna ask you.
That's not. Don't do that though, because you can't say.
So tell your goodbyes, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your goodbyes, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on? I can't see your face.
I was just starting
There we
with I'm
go.
nervous.
There we go.
I'm gonna start with I'm nervous.
Listen, ain't no need to be nervous in the guru's house.
I'm gonna start with I am nervous.
This is home. This is home right here. This is home to anybody that enters. As long as you take your shoes off when entering.
I should have took my shoes off then. Ooh.
I would show you my shoes.
Let me set this camera up a little bit better.
Oh, you look good. You
Ooh.
good. What I'm talking about. All right, everybody.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Nothing much. Let's get into it. Welcome to Relationship Talk with G's, where our conversations keep you pleased. I'm your boy A1G's. You have now stepped into the Guru's house. Take your shoes off for entering. And tonight we have none other than the one and only DJ Dez Davis. Shout out to DJ Dez Davis. Let's go. So I don't want to waste any time, but those of you who are tuning in, I want to give you a little history on the platform and tell you why this live discussion was important for me. When I first started doing live discussions over 2 years ago, I started originally in my car, in my old Lexus, and I used to go live all the time on Instagram, and we had all kinds of live discussions, and it was a vibe. But what a lot of people started noticing that I used to do. I used to have a guest just like this. I used to do like a short little monologue and had a guest after the monologue was done, and it was an invited guest. And this was the normal way of how I did it. Later on, I adapted into like a more Kevin Samuels-esque type style. I ended up setting up my own podcast studio inside of my house, and I was going live from YouTube. So it's been a while since I've been live on YouTube, but I'm on the road a lot now. So that's why y'all never see me in my house and always see me in my car, because I'm on the road a lot now. So whenever I get back home, we're going to be back in the studio. But a lot of people started noticing that I just happen to have a guest that happened to be a music artist. And they was like, why is that? And I said, well, glad you asked, because I myself am a music artist. I've been in the music industry. I've been involved with music since I was 8 years old. Probably younger. I'm gonna say younger than that if you want to count church. But I thought it was a breath of fresh air to have someone who we haven't talked about DJ. And it's important to me because everybody has their dream. Everybody has their aspiration. What they don't tell you is the journey that it took them to get there. So that's what we're going to touch base on tonight. We're going to touch base on tonight. Those of you who are watching, please do me a favor, share the live out. So we're going to start off with you, DJ. Thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you for stepping on here. I want to ask you a couple questions. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where they can find you at. If you have any new projects coming out, talk to the people.
It's your girl DJ Dez Davis. What's good? Actually, I got a lot of stuff coming up. You can find me. It's my Instagram, DJ Dez Davis. It's on everything. I would suggest that you also follow my Apple Music because I do have an upcoming project. May drop Valentine's Day. It might, might do a little mixtape for y'all. We're gonna see how I feel or see how many people tap in and light up this comment section. I don't know. Might be a little generous, man.
So check this out, right? I started off the day with my community group chat. It's called the Guru's House, and we have daily discussions in there every Monday through Friday, and it's my day to host on Monday. So the question that I asked him was based off of the discussion that I'm going to have tonight, and the question that I asked them was, and I want to pull this up real fast. If y'all can be patient with me, y'all know my hands is like a old man when it comes to these damn phones. So here it is right here. So the question was, boom. Growing up, has family or friends? What's going on? Euphoric Skies, shout out to you. Euphoric Skies. So the question was, growing up, has family or friends ever gotten in the way of your growth as a human? Explain why, even if the answer is yes or no. So that was the question that I had inside of there. So, but before I get deep into that, I want to know this question. What is the number one thing that drives you every day as a human to keep going?
You coming and swinging. Sheesh. Number one thing that drives me as a human is just being alive. Like, just having that next day to be able to breathe, wake up. Like, I'm just grateful for that. So if I'm able to get up and do it again, I want to make it the best. You mean? The best of the best. Better than yesterday.
Okay. Any regrets?
Regrets? I'm going to say no. Lessons? Plenty.
Okay. How about this? So are you, what is the best medicine for laughter?
What is the best medicine for laughter? So what you mean, like, what's the best way to make me laugh, or like,
yes,
what? I don't know. I ain't really a comical person. I don't know.
Well, the question I was asking was the best medicine for laughter is positive mental health, and
Okay.
that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Because at the end of the day, your mental health is really important. Whatever it is that you choose to do for yourself, no matter what the public opinion is. And when we're in fields that will get us to a celebrity status, such as actors, such as music artists, such as producers, such as DJs, we're in a very vicious field. And the growth to get to the level of success that we want to get when we're in these fields comes with a lot of haters. It comes with a lot of struggle. And it also has to come with a lot of self-confidence. So my question to you is, growing up, has friends or family ever gotten in the way of your growth as a human? Explain why, and take as much time as you need.
Like I said, geez, you coming and swinging hard. I'm gonna say, I think I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, definitely.
Do you mind sharing like what some of those struggles were in fictional stories?
I mean, I don't know if a lot of you know, but I am a mom, so we're gonna start with family. So it's like I gotta pick and choose sometimes, and I know people probably look at it like, "What you mean you gotta pick and choose between your kids and what you're doing?" But what I'm doing is what's feeding my kids. So it's like I gotta tell my kids sometimes, like, "Yo, not right now. I'm working. I'm sitting on the couch." But I'm like, "All right, yeah, put a movie on." I might not be paying attention to the movie, but I feel like, oh, because I'm in your presence, that's enough. And then like my youngest, he like attached. So it's like, yeah, mom, that ain't working. I need you to pay attention to me. And I'm like, yo, I'm working. Sometimes I gotta stop working and be that mom. So, Super Bowl yesterday, I had a couple things that I wanted to do, wasn't able to do it because my son was like, "Oh, can you make some buffalo chicken dip?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'll make you some buffalo chicken dip. The Super Bowl coming on, cool. I'll make it." He came up like a couple hours later because I'm working. I dig in. Come up a couple hours later. He like, "Mom, you still gonna make that buffalo chicken dip?" I'm like, "Yo, go ahead. Like I'm working right now. Like I got." As soon as he said it, like he walked away. He was a little sad. I was like, "No, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break." I mean, I posted something, like I did something that you gotta take a break. So I stopped, went to the market, got the stuff for the dip, made the dip, and watched the Super Bowl. So, I mean, sometimes choosing between is it worth me taking this job, being away from my kids, it's so hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
On my platform, I talk about the 5 forms of relationships: family, friends, significant other, business, and self. Before I go into that, I'm assuming that you DJ full time.
Yes, that's correct. I worked for the police department for 8 years. I've been DJing now for 8 years. When I started the police department, it was like, the beginning of my journey for DJing. Once I really started digging into it and wanting more, I'm like, this job in a way.
Wait, you were DJing for the police department?
No.
No. Okay. I remember you said you worked for the police department, but
I was a dispatcher.
You
I
was a
was a police
dispatcher.
dispatcher.
Okay, all right, okay. No, because we could have got deep into that. I'm like, listen, were you DJing for like shows for the inmates? Like we could have got deep into that. No, I was about to say now.
No. But when I started, hey Eb, hey family, I see everybody. Thank you so much for tapping in. I gotta show people love. They tapping in. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But them fire signs, y'all know my emojis. If y'all know my emojis, drop them. I've been dropping them all week. Drop my emojis for me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But I worked for the police department for 8 years. That was paying the bills. I was a young mom, so at 21, working in the police department, all that overtime and stuff, I was eating. So it was like, it was a good job, but at the same time, my passion is music. So at the same time, I want to be out here entertaining people. Like, I need to be outside. Like, I can't be outside. So then I changed from rotating shift, because that was messing with me, to straight overnight. So I was doing 11 to 7 shift. During my 11 to 7 shift, I would take like a 4-hour vacation because, the bar time was 9 to 2. I would take that 4-hour vacation. Like, I'd be like, listen, I need a 4-hour vacation, or I need 4 hours sick time. I'm telling it. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't work there no more. I used to take a 4-hour vacation. They're going to be emojis. I'll see you. I used to take like a 4-hour vacation or 4-hour sick time so that I could do the DJ event, and then I would go and work right after that. On top of that, I was a mom at the same time. So then after I got off work at 7 o'clock, I had to go pick them up from my mom's house, take them to, so there we go again with the relationships.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back and forth, kind of like a heart to heart, because I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years. 5 years now. I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years, and number one thing that I used to hear is, why don't I have a job, or you don't have a job, or this and the third, whatever the case may be. Like, for example, people think just because you work for yourself that you're accessible, that you're openly accessible. And that's not true. Because the same way that you work for a 9 to 5 is the same way that you have to get up and should be able to put that energy towards working for yourself. Now, listen, being an entrepreneur ain't for everybody.
I didn't think it was for me. Shoot, I still be questioning it.
But guess what? Working for somebody ain't for everybody either. I'm one of them. I did that. I come from corporate. I come from the corporate world. I was a supervisor for 8 years at my job. That job taught me everything, damn near everything in life. That was my first full-time job since when I was 18. And I was there for 7.5 years. I'm 31 now, and I've been working for myself for 5 years now, going on 32 as of June. And I could tell you this, I would not turn around if I had the opportunity. Because I believe that everything leads to where you're at today at its present time and the way that it happened for a reason. And I want to dig deep into this growth aspect because, it takes 2 seconds to say you want to do this, but it takes years of growth and maturity to weather through the stresses that comes with the obstacles that comes in your way while you're trying to get to where you want to get to. To say that I want to be this when somebody say, no, you should be this. Or what money is you making in that? Oh, that's only seasonal. You got saying like, if this is something that you truly want to do, thank you, I appreciate that. If this is something that you truly want to do, like what were the number one things people wise that got in your way or tried to get in your way of what you wanted to do as far as negativity is concerned, or like what are some of the situations that people tried to get in the way of what you wanted to do as far as their belief system versus what your vision? And listen, I want to let you know, you could be yourself on here. You don't have to hold nothing back. You don't have to hold nothing back. You don't have to hold any censorship back. No curse words. You don't have to hold. You don't have to hold nothing back. I edit everything on the back end. You can be yourself. If you ratchet, be ratchet. Just be yourself. Be you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So you don't have to hold back at all. So I don't know how deep you want to go with this. We can get a shovel. You get what I'm saying? How deep you want to go? It's up to you. So, but go ahead. So, how and what obstacles did you come across with people trying to hold you back in your growth?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the biggest obstacle was myself, because this space that I'm in right now, I control the ship. It's mine. If I say pedal left, we all got to pedal left. If you ain't trying to pedal left, you got the exit stage right or out. Like, I go. I don't. You get what I'm saying? It's like learning that. I don't even speak on other things. It's always been me holding myself big. What am I willing to take? What am I willing to, honestly, if I could keep it real, when you were mentioning about, you said, I can't remember the whole where it was, but it took me about 3. I've been an entrepreneur. I've been on my own since 2021. That's when I left the police department after 8 years. It was such a hard thing for me because that's the way that I ensured that I was making money. So when you are an entrepreneur, an entertainer, and the way that you make money is through you start to value yourself a little differently. So it's like it was hard in the beginning because when I would throw a number out there, I'm like, am I saying, is that number too high? No, charge what you worth. If that's what you say you worth, pay that. One thing I learned, what's for me, it's not going past me. So negativity, I don't see that. It's all good things in the future for me. So
Absolutely.
Oh no. Can I just quick disclaimer, guys? I just did a live photo shoot with you guys. So I'm excited to see these pictures. So thank you.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, I was doing a live photo shoot.
That's
Being
awesome.
an entrepreneur, capitalize off of everything at one time. We going through a lot of stuff.
Drop the pics.
I got you. Y'all already know. You already know I got you.
Do not skip this video. We are not finished yet. This episode of Relationship Talk with G's is brought to you in part by...
It's your girl, DJ Dez Davis. What's good? I told y'all. I kept telling y'all. Everybody that tapped into my lives, I appreciate y'all. Everybody that tapped into my page, I appreciate y'all. All the polls y'all took, I appreciate y'all. Listen, 2024, I told y'all I was coming with some new stuff. I got gems, treats, everything. Stay tuned. Today, I'm dropping the very first series of Netflix and Mix. I know. What is that? Growing up, I ain't watched the black movies like y'all watched them. Like, I'm not familiar with them too much, but I'm about to start watching them. I asked y'all about black movies that y'all watched, and one of the top ones was New Jack City. So listen, we at Audio Boy Studio. It's your girl, DJ Dez Davis. I need y'all to come to New Jack City with me real quick. Let's get it.
Now, I'm gonna ask you like Barbara Walters asked Donald Trump. Are you ready for some tough questions?
Listen, I'm waiting for the softer questions because I just started stop shaking. Like I'm waiting for the.
Listen.
You dug in. You opened my heart wide open and you said, "Dez, I'm here and I'm here to stay." I thought you was going.
Oh, listen.
Sheesh.
Listen. This is a safe haven. This is a safe space.
I know you keep saying that. I know I'm safe. I hear you, but
because
it's a lot of people on here.
Because
can I just give y'all this disclaimer real quick about me? So I know you keep saying be yourself. Believe it or not, this is me. This is one gem that a lot of people don't know about me. If you know me, you know. But if you don't, you don't. Everybody's used to the ha ha ha. Hey, it's me, Dez. All that is a defense mechanism. Like that. Me being one-on-one, me being in front of this camera like this, I'm scared I'm gonna stumble over my words. Is my teeth looking yellow? Is the hair sticking up on one side? Like I'm just being real with y'all. So like I can entertain, but when it's one-on-one, you getting personal. I'm talking to you. It's fine. I see. It's just me and you and a bunch of people logging in. So just bear with me.
And guess what? I'm glad you admitted that. I just want to make sure that I tell this with everybody. If this is you, be you. I've had people before and they were putting on fake professional fronts. Like, no, don't do that. Just be yourself. You're good. But I'm also going to share. I'm also going to share my information with you as well. This is not just going to be like an interrogation. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna see why I'm asking these questions, because with us both being the entrepreneurs, I want to tell y'all my story as well too, so you understand that after tonight that there's nothing that you cannot do if you don't put your mind to it. It just takes a lot of discipline, and doing what I do outside of podcasting, outside of my music, I sell cars. So that's what I do for my structural income. It's a private business. It's not public, but this is what I've been doing for 5 years. And it's lucrative income. It's lucrative income. And a lot of people think just because you're able to freely float that you're openly available. Here we are, somebody that don't work for a job, work for themselves, don't have kids. I don't have any children. So to people, it looks like my time is openly available. And people be like, oh, what you're doing? You doing this? Yo, can you come and pick me up and take me? No, I cannot. I'm working. What are you talking about? You don't have no job. I find that very offensive.
No,
just because
seriously, I be working sitting on the couch.
Just because
that's my favorite way to work.
Just because you FaceTime me and you see that every time you see me, I'm in my car. I like doing my work in my car. When I'm done, I'll go inside of the crib. This phone is my job. This is my work. I am the job. And one of the most negative comments that I got was, and I never got to talk to the person about it. But my thing is, should I have to talk to a grown person about things that you choose to say out of your mouth that are obviously in intent that you're choosing to deliver that message? That person told me, you don't have no job, Tommy. You get what I'm saying? When I said I'm working, I said, what do you mean you don't have no job? And they said, not to be a hater, but you only flip cars. I believe it when I see it. But my thing is this: what is it to you? This is just an example of something that actually happened, of something that somebody actually said to me. What is it to you for me that I have to prove to you to make you believe? You ain't got to believe shit. And one thing that I noticed, and I want you to understand this, everything and every little thing is some type of relationship. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's an acquaintance, whether it's a friend or a significant other. We haven't even gotten to that part yet. But I want you to understand that I've never heard a person in my life criticize me that was doing better than me. It was always a person trying to criticize me that was doing less than me or nothing at all. So I want you to understand, look at where you're at, look where your criticizer is at, your critics and detractors, and just smile. Keep pushing. Smile. Keep it going. Ignore what they have to say. Give them the same energy. Silence is very loud. Silence is very loud. And I want to say this. I want to go deep into my family history. I was raised by my grandmother. I moved out when I was 20. Whilst most people ended up going back there, my mom ended up buying a house, but I was the only person that left and didn't end up coming back. I put myself out here. I was single mother raised, grandmother raised, not father raised. I knew a lot of I had a lot of father figures. So the way I had to figure things out, I started figuring things out when I was young. I started working when I was 14. I ended up paying for a lot of my books and stuff like that, things that I needed for school. If my grandmother didn't put it together, you get what I'm saying? I had to hustle for it. There you go.
Sorry.
Sometimes, right. That's good. So, I had to hustle for it. So, and I think and I had a lot of anger. I had a lot of anger management issues growing up. And I believe that the best therapy for me was music. The best therapy for me was music. And at that time, I wasn't rapping, I wasn't singing, I was just playing the trombone. And You know, I played that from the age 8 to the end of high school. Music composition. So I got to learn all the structural notes, when to hit a beat, when a downbeat is, and all that stuff like that. And I graduated from, if y'all are from Philly, y'all familiar with the high school Kappa, High School for Creative Performing Arts. I was instrumental major. So that got me through a lot in my life, music. And it was very important. And on top of me going to therapy sessions and stuff like that. And when I started putting myself out there when I was 20 and stuff like that, when I moved out, I ended up renting a room. This is important to note that when I finally got my first house, the rent and stuff like that, I used to get asked a lot of time, why do you need a 3-bedroom house? It's just you. Yes. That helped a lot on my musical journey when I started doing rap and R&B when I was 18. And I find it very interesting, the field that you're in as a DJ. You know, there's a story. Every music artist, producer, and DJ has a story that led to them being in this field of music. So my
Shout out
question.
to Audio Boy Studio just linked in. Real quick, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
This is related to relationships. Audio Boy Studio is.
Oh no. When you stop, I co-sign. So my question is, what's your story? What made you want to become a DJ?
Music has always been in me. It's like a thing. I guess it just gravitates. So it comes in many different forms, from trombone to just, you know, being around different genres of music. You just take on a love for music. So I've always danced, you know, songs come on, I express myself through moving my body, to singing. I used to be in the church choir. Wasn't the best singer, but had a little voice. So, you know, did that, you know, transpires into, oh, well, maybe I can sing. Let me sing other songs, doing talent shows and things like that. That transpired into adulthood, where I worked for Jazzy Entertainment. If y'all familiar, I did Jazzy's Entertainment for a few years when I was a little back. You know, I was around like, you know, 21, 22-ish. So I'm about to tell my age, but Pisces season rolling in. And I look good for my age, I think. But I think I look good for my age. But I did Jazzy's Entertainment for some years. I was a clown, you know, I had to do like raps and stuff like that. So I was already writing stuff. So I did my little rap, and then I had like a brush cut, so I would throw the wig off. So like I was always an entertainer. So that form came in. Then I got connected real hard into the studio. Shout out, I was interning at White Room Studio. I was carrying Amir with me everywhere. Like, he was everywhere, like all in the mix. Like all in the mix. If he couldn't come, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. So maybe about a good 10 years ago, I was doing that, like doing that kind of stuff or whatever. But those like connections has last. I learned a lot being in those doors. So then karaoke and being around singers, and it was just like, oh, it connects. Oh, I have a nice voice. Oh, I just did vocal coaching and artist development. Let me sing, da 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 da. And then I was like, all right, well, let me learn how to DJ because I like the way that look. Oh yeah, now let me control the room. So I kind of got connected through that, and then it was like one of my mentors was like, yeah, you should DJ, and kind of connected me that way. So I went through a school. Shout out to DJ Lisa Love. I went through her school to learn how to DJ. It was a 3-hour course. Shout out to her. I did that, and then, you know, they just gave me like the basics. So then I started like really DJing at this point, but I was still working for the police department. So it was like kind of more so like a hobby thing. Yeah, give me $50. Here I come. You know, no, I do it for free. Here I come. You know, no, let me DJ here. You know, I remember like begging like bars and stuff, like wanting bars and stuff to like book me, and it just wasn't working. Like, it was like, who are you? What do? You a DJ, huh? I'm trying to put the story all the way together. I'm trying to give y'all everything real quick. So that kind of transpired into me just like really digging in because I had a voice. I would come into the bar doing karaoke. So it was always somebody looking for a karaoke DJ. This true story, like true shit, like true shit. I wasn't the greatest at DJing, you know, couldn't really read the room, you know, but I was doing what I like to do. I might not was doing it 100% right, but I'm nervous and shaking when it's time to change the song, but I'm in the building, you know. So
right, ain't no turning back.
Say it again.
Right, ain't no turning back.
No, ain't no turning back. But I got the police department, you know, them checks rolling in. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm at this point I'm DJing karaoke. That's how I'm getting it. So I'll sing a song that I've been practicing in my artist development. The Truth, that was my favorite song. India, I Read by the Truth, that is my backup song. Now, tomorrow, later. Listen, that was a song, that was my go-to song. So I would do that. I got cousins, shout out to Jay Renee. I saw she popped up on here, who sing their ass off, so they'll come through. And I'm like, yeah, come on, come to karaoke. I need you to sing. No, sing. Come on, no, sing so they can hear you sing. You know, you got to hype this joint up. So then, you know, I'm a dancer, so I'm going to put on a dance break, and so the energy that I was portraying, it was authentic, but I was trying to figure out how I can become like, oh, that's DJ Dez, you know, like, oh, yeah, she about to come in here, like, this joint about to be lit, like, oh, you know, but I wasn't confidently there with the music.
Right.
We'll rewind forward, you know, I wound up quitting the police department after the pandemic. The pandemic, you know, everybody was like at home. Me, I worked for the police department, so we didn't have to come in because we wasn't essential personnel, but I still was getting a check. And then what happened was, that's where I I was doing the dirty work then, because I'm like, I'm still getting a check from the police department. I'm not here, and they want me to DJ 3 nights a week at this after hour. I'm out. Come on, how much? 150, yep,
right.
Come on, give it to me. 150, I take it. 150 4 times a week? What? Did you kidding me? Yeah, so I was taking it or whatever. And that's where I kind of had to learn how to grind. You know what I mean? Like, this was the grind. So now I really got to play music, because now it's men in the building, and I'm like, well, they, you know, yeah, we could twerk and stuff, but they want to get a little gangster. And I'm like, I'm a hype dance person. So now I gotta learn all the music. Once I get through all of that, I quit the police department. And now it was grind time. Like, it's no longer that 150 no more, because that was like stash food. So now it's like, no, this is the meat and grits. Like, I gotta get my hair done, I gotta get my nails done, I got an appearance to look good, I gotta make sure the kids are situated with the babysitter. We talking, I mean, just saying. So that's kind of my story, if that makes sense.
No, I appreciate that. I really do. So I want to ask you some little lighter questions, man. So are you currently in a relationship, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
Oh, look at the hearts. Look at the hearts. Look at the hearts. You're starting something now. You're starting something. Just follow me. Follow me.
So what? So in your personal life, how do you pretty much explained how you balance like your personal life and, you know, like work and stuff like that. So you kind of like explain that with your child, like, so pretty much like, you know, you like super mom.
Thank you.
So I guess my question is, what exactly is it that you're looking for in a man? Like, should that arise one day to that, you know, what is your ideal man? Like what do you like? Like, what are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Looking for?
Like what are the things, like what are the things that what do you require? Like what gets DJ Dez? What gets the heart of you?
I mean, well, first and foremost, I just read the 5 love languages. And I found that my love language is quality time. I took a couple tests. I marked off the book, took the number test on that, took the digital one, and both of them came up that my love language is quality time, which means, you know, I like intimacy, which is true. I like that one-on-one time. So a lot of times it doesn't have to come in. Thank you so much. Jordan is in the building, my photographer. Appreciate you.
Okay.
I'll make sure I get you guys his information. So, young Black entrepreneur. Thank you. But for me, really, it's, I don't know, just knowing how to handle me. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's a lot with me. Like, I don't know how to answer that. You gotta give me a more specific question. That question's wide open.
All right. So, I'll put it like this: what are your deal breakers? Like, what are things that you don't like? That's like red flag, or that's like, oh, that's a no and stuff like that. What are certain things that you don't like?
For starters.
Say again.
Inconsistency for starters.
Okay. Does he have to like make a certain like amount of income or anything?
I'm gonna say yeah, but you know, you definitely gotta be. I mean, I'm a hustler. I've always been a hustler. I'm gonna get it done. You know what I mean? So I guess you gotta be hustling as hard as I am. Like a lot of times, the money don't come in the building for me either. You know, but sometimes it come rolling in. When you're an entrepreneur, that's how that joint work. You get droughts. And them droughts be droughting. You know, especially after a pandemic. I'm just keeping it real. But yeah, you gotta be a hustler. Like you gotta make something shake. Like I know if I need to make a couple dollars, I'm about to make this flyer real quick and post it. Hey, DJ Dez Davis available for events.
The DJ Dez Davis.
Listen. So you gotta be a hustler. You gotta be about your money. Not saying that you gotta make a certain number, but I mean you gotta make something shake. You gotta make sure your relationships is intact. You gotta, I mean, like if you can't pay for it, your homie, your mans that you knew, you gotta have a favor from somebody to be able to do something.
What's your the perfect idea of your ideal kind of date, like setup wise?
All right, I can give you that. That's easy. I'm not picky, no, but again, my love language is quality time. So I definitely like walks in the park. Like I like stop. I like nature. So I've worked out at Schuylkill River. So it's like, yo, come on, let's go do a quick workout. I want to take you to this spot or whatever, or even just like a blanket, you know, watch the sunset, you know, that cute little bubble, you know, that tent, that little tent thing with the plastic, you know, give me some rose petals, something a little cute, you know, thought of me, you know, just a little, I don't know, that would be an ideal date. I like nature, so.
So you want mine sitting? Oh man. You wouldn't mind sitting outside, like sitting over the water or something like that, like Kelly
Here's my favorite spot to detox. This is where I detox. That's where you know, you get to expel it out. It's gone. Like even if I just lay there, like I remember being a kid, and you know how like we used to flip in like parks, like when you used to be at camp and stuff like that, and they used to let you play in the grass and all that other stuff. Like I was one of those kids, the dirty kids, I guess, that would like lay there and like look up in the sky, and I'm looking at the clouds, and it looks like shapes and stuff. Like that was me for a long time. Like I like being outside. I like when I went to Jamaica, I literally like sat in the water and just kind of like let go. Like
you listen to the wind. You listen to the wind, the sounds of the ocean, all that. Like just
all that. It's all music to me. Like no lie, I do voice memos. There's this spot. If y'all look at my live, just scroll through. Have a whatever. I don't know. Have a grand time on my Instagram. But if you scroll, you'll see like the beginning of my workout journey. I would go to Schuylkill River a lot. There's this new thing I used to go, and every time I would find something new. So like I started by riding my bike, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna walk, and then I'm gonna do like a light exercise. So there's this wooden bench thing with like it looked like a little house. I was walking, I was like, what is this? And then I had stopped, and I think I either had music in my ear, I turned it down a little bit, and I was like, dang, that water is loud. It was like, I'm like, what? Because I think I was sitting in it, and I was like, why is this water so loud? Like, I'm tripping. I took it out, and I'm like, wait, what the heck is this? So what you hear is the live sounds of the Schuylkill River. So it's like a microphone, I guess, somewhere down there. And what you hear is like the live sounds. And I just like took it out one day, grabbed my journal, and just went off. I was sitting here like, dang, I would love to, have a little sit down with a significant other here, but
I should have came for that drink when I had the chance.
What drink? Look at you.
No, I remember you was live one day. You was like, I'm at the bar. You like, come on down. They got drinks down here. Like it was about to snow that night too.
Oh, I think I was at King's Cafe. Yeah, I remember that. I was on live. I'm cracking up. You asked me for drinks. I missed that one. But oh yeah, I was on live. I remember that.
Yeah. So like
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember a little bit. Yeah.
What was one of the most romantic things a man did for you?
Oh, that's easy. I was a young buck. One of my homies, it was Valentine's Day. We worked at the same place. We worked at Rite Aid. He came in, and he had a bag in his hand. He gave it to me. And in the bag was a teddy bear from Build-A-Bear.
Oh!
And no, seriously, like, that's probably the only romantic thing anybody did for me. But it goes deeper. It goes deeper. So, like, when I used to be at Rite Aid, what I don't remember if it was Rite Aid or if it was Family Dollar. I think, matter of fact, it was Family Dollar. But I was like the only female. Everybody else in there was men. So like when the guys would come in, they all be hounding me. So I like kind of gravitated to him, and I was like, no, this my boo thing. So I don't know if you remember the song Kelly Rowland and who is it? Oh my God!
I'll be shocked if I don't know the song. I'm a heavy
Kelly Rowland fan. Featuring somebody else. It's called Boo Thing. But I can't remember who else was in it. I think Wayne in it. I don't know. I'm lying.
Nelly.
I don't remember.
Somebody said Nelly.
Nelly is. I want to say Nelly. I do agree with Nelly. I couldn't even see the comments. Oh my goodness! I've been missing all the comments, y'all. I'm so sorry.
What was the storyline behind it?
Oh, I couldn't find the comments. Okay, so I called him my boo thing. So then like I played the song for him, and like that was just like our thing. So of course you take the teddy bear, you pick it up, and you press the paw, and the song came on. It was so nice. Like he brought it to the job. Like he was making a statement. Like this my boo thing. Like this is my girl. Okay, all right, I see you. Yeah. So that was the most romantic thing that anybody's ever done for me, and that was a while ago. So hence why I'm single.
Oh.
I mean, no shots, but just saying.
But I will tell you this. I guess I could say I hold the title for women that has said this is the most romantic thing that I've done for them, and in each one of them, it definitely has something to do with Valentine's Day. So I'll tell you about the first one around, like when I was like the first romantic thing, most romantic thing I ever did from when she was 20. When I was 20, we were the same age. She was a big fan of Ellie Varner. Big fan of Ellie Varner. So for Valentine's Day, I put my own custom basket together for her, with a bunch of roses in there, and it had her album of Ellie Varner that actually came out that year, and yeah, that was like one of the most romantic things that she said that I did somebody ever did for her. I had her album of her favorite artist that just came out. Remember that song? She made the song "A Refill." That was Ellie Varner. Yeah, I think that song came out that year, and got her dad a bunch of roses. I remember there was this one girl. I put a bunch of things together. It was like a big ass basket, and I was on this side of town. Like I was in Southwest at the time, but her job was all the way up in like the boondocks, like all the way in like the greater Northeast, like Grant and the Boulevard. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not giving out locations. She don't work there anymore, obviously, but she was at Jefferson Hospital, and I remember I ended up going to 3 different Jefferson locations because I didn't know where she worked at, and she didn't know I was coming. So but I knew she was at work. When I finally got the right one, I'm like, "Yo, you at work right now?" And I kept asking receptionist, "Do you know this name, first name, last name, right?" So, kind of find out by the time I finally found the right building, she was getting all these phone calls that some man came here with a big ass Valentine's Day basket for you, and I ended up getting a phone call. She was like, "Where you at?" She's like, "Cause I already left. By the time I got this, she already left work." So I spent half the day trying to find her job. By the time I found a job, she was home. She was already gone. And when I gave it to her, she said I was like one of the most romantic things that anybody's ever done for her. And at this time, like, she had 2 kids. She had she had a baby father, but she was kind of like back and forth. The biggest issue that I had with that was that when she made way with her baby father, she would just disappear like she never existed, block me and everything. So that was like one of the majority of the women that I dealt with had children. It wasn't like that on purpose, obviously. I'm the type of person who, like, if I like you, I'll take what come with it and who come with it. But now I'm literally asking the question, like, do you have any involvement with the baby father? Do you have any type of co-parenting with the baby father? Is the baby father deceased? That's like my 3 questions.
So are you asking them this, like, say for instance, you and I were dating and I have 2 children. Is that like a deal breaker for you? Like if it's like, oh well, yeah, we still talk, or like, what is it for you? Just curious.
I'm asked, and these questions that I ask are based off of the pattern of women that I dealt with in the past.
So I feel like you shouldn't.
So I ask these questions so I know that, like, are the 2 of you still dealing with each other? That it's important for me to know, because if I like a woman, right, and she happens to have kids, I want to be involved with the children as well too, over time, because like I said, if we ever get married, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the person.
All right, let me. Can I interject? I'm sorry. Can I
talk to me?
Okay. So, I mean, I kind of see where you're going, and the old me would probably have been like super in love with it. But I'm in a place where my kids are my kids.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are my kids. Because I've actually decided just to give a background for it, and to give a background for why I feel the way that I feel now. Because in the beginning, I was in 2 really long relationships. Those 2 ended with kids. Just real brief. Thank you so much. Water. Those 2 ended with kids. Those were my longest relationships. So when we talk about baby fathers and whether or not this is there, before it was more so like, I want you to know, yeah, I have conversations and this and that, but we good. Right now I'm in a space of learning who I am as a mother, because these are my children. As a mother, I'm learning who I am. I'm learning how to deal with my kids. So right now, I don't want or need, or am I looking for like a father figure right now? I'm looking for first myself and what I comfortably want in a relationship. So for me, it's about what I am willing and unwilling to do. And because I'm so far into me and what I want for me, I know what I'm willing to take and not take. So it's like, I don't want us talking about my children. Like, let's talk about us and what it is for us. Like, okay, I like the fact that you are willing to step up and play that role for my kids, but sir, I don't need that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't need that right now. I'm not really looking for that right now. So that would be an instant like, no, I'm cool. Like, that's like a let's go on a honeymoon. Nah, I'm not nowhere near in that space right now. I'm too tunnel vision. So it's like, if you can catch up, you gotta find a way to catch up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta find a way to catch up. You gotta find a way to catch up. Like, I don't see nothing. But if you can make me see you, then cool. I posted a question the other day. It was basically about what did it say? Why is it that people will fight so hard for your attention? And this is where their point of view came from. People will fight so hard for your attention, but when they get it, they fumble. The whole time I was getting answers about sex. Oh, they only wanted one thing. Well, in my mind, I'm not thinking about sex. Like, sex is the easiest thing to me. I say that. Like, not like to me, like, oh, I'm just giving it up. But, I mean, it's 2024. If you want to go have sex, it's not that hard. Like, you don't gotta choose me, bro. Like, I'm good. So if I'm here, how did you get here? What you was working mighty hard to get here. So okay, I'm gonna give you some time, and when I give you time or I give you play, you not understanding. Oh, when can I see you? Oh, I'll be at so and so from this time to this time. I'll be at so and so from this time to this time. You know what I mean? Like, it's what I'm willing to, and what I'm willing to, to sacrifice. It's just certain things I'm just like, I don't know. No.
So are you so pretty much are you demanding to it? So are you were saying? We were talking like as far as children. We were talking as far as you. I asked you a question about like have a preference on whether he has to have or not have children.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter to me whether or not he has children or not. It's the same situation. Like, I'm not expecting anything from anybody that I'm not, willing or unwilling to take. So, you got kids. I'm cool with that. Depends on what you're looking for.
Okay. When is your when's your birthday?
March 6th.
Really? Stays 3 days before my grandmother. 3 days before my grandmother.
Wow.
And it's something about Pisces. They're like the best people to be around. My grandmother, me and my grandmother had a relationship that nobody could understand. We had a relationship that nobody could understand. Like, even like all the way down to her deathbed. For me, where's You know, I'd be at work, like she was pretty much in her right mind all the way down to her last second. And yeah, man, it was just something so bittersweet. And every time I come across the Pisces, I don't come across them too often. But when I do, you know, I'm grateful. I know what comes with that. I know what comes with that. Ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. Question sticker. A question for DJ Dez. Please feel free to do so. You can ask her in the comment section or in right there in the question sticker.
Oh, okay. So like the question box is up, guys.
Into it. We're gonna talk about friends. We're gonna talk about friends now. Yes.
Friends.
So
okay.
Do you have a big circle or do you have a small circle?
I think my circle is good for where it's at now. It's not like huge. Like, you know, I got a lot of supporters and things like that, but you know, the people like my go-to people, my people that ride or die for me, you know, it's a few of them. I tell them to pull up to an event, they pulling up. You know, those things are built through, you know, I might have needed somebody to grab the kids from school from me. You know, that's what my circle consists of. My circle consists of people that are ready to build and grow and push and elevate. I'm all for a team, but they gotta be, you know, the right people. So, what's the next big thing for me? I got a lot going on. I don't really like to speak too much on stuff that's not, you know. I like to win, bam, hello, thank you, ma'am. You know, you feel me? I like to, but I got some stuff. Like I said, my Valentine's Day mixtape might be dropping pretty soon, featuring my 2 Mooney Long remixes.
Okay. If you have any questions for me as well too, DJ, feel free to ask away. Definitely. Questions for me as well too. Feel free to ask me. I'm an open book. No, seriously. I love the back and forth. But I'm gonna ask you this. So, the most upsetting things in a relationship, what was like a heartbreaker? Like what? I don't want to go too deep, but like what was like one of the deepest heartbreakers? One of the most upsetting things, like in somebody that you really thought that you loved.
I mean, I've always been the hopeless romantic. So I was always a young girl. When I saw somebody I thought was cute, I would think it all the way through. We done had the wedding, the kids. We got a boy and a girl. The boy would come first, the girl would come second. Like, you know. But I tried it twice. And it wasn't Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast, so it definitely wasn't Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast. So that's why I am in the platform I am, learning myself and growing myself. So, you know, when that person step in, I don't know, what's for me won't pass me.
Right. Children. I remember exactly what we were talking about now with the children. You were basically explaining to me earlier about how how you try not to incorporate your whoever, you were basically saying, what's going on with me, like yourself, and what's going on with us. So like, what made you change mindset?
I mean, just from, again, being a hopeless romantic and, oh, I feel head over heels because we get to spend this time together, and then, like, we move in or something, or you come over or something, and it's, like, weird with my kids, or, you know, and I got an older child, so I'm okay. Like, I'm just okay. You know, if it ain't that, it ain't that, you know? So, I got a 14-year-old. Like, we could, you know, come to the basketball game and just be a fan. Pay the ticket to get in there. I don't know.
Do you still write
I don't
music?
know what to tell you.
Do you still do?
I just recently started back up. So I'm in the incubator stages again of writing.
Okay.
So,
How about as far as like as far as beats? Like, do you actually like produce like beats? Like, if I were to get like a beat when you do the song.
I am also learning that. When I was in the studio, I was an engineer, so I didn't create the beat. But putting myself back, I got cold. Putting myself back in the studio and stuff, I know that that's a step that I want to learn. So it's a part of this. It's a part of the process. Now that I've mastered the DJing. Not even, I don't even like to call it master, but I feel as though I moved up enough that I can add something else into my book for education or whatever.
When is your next event?
When is my see? I'm one of them people. If I gotta see my calendar, so like the ideal space for me would be me sitting here, and then there's like a calendar sitting there. There's like, yeah, that would be ideal for me. Like where I could just be like, because life be hitting different ways. But what do I have coming up? I have a senior citizens date night coming up. It's on Valentine's Day. I thought that was kind of cute. So I'll be in there playing the older classics for the lovebirds.
Okay.
So that's the most recent one I can think of. Supposed to be doing R&B and painting at a Smalls restaurant, and that's I think it's coming up too. I can't remember the dates, but it's a couple things. Just pay
I
attention
got
to
a
my
fun
page.
relationship question for you. What was one of the sweetest things you ever did for a man?
Oh, I was queen of sweetness. My second love language, my backup love language might be gift giving. It might be, but gift receiving. But what have I done? All right, so my kids ain't on here. I ain't see him pop up. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I used to do this thing where I would always like do things for my kids during the holidays or whatever. I had become really religious, so I fell back a little bit, but I like how they feel when I give them these things. So Valentine's Day is coming up. I ran in the store real quick. I'm gonna do them cute little baskets. It's in the basket, it's gonna be little candy, but then other little arts and crafts stuff. Nothing spectacular, but just something for them to do. And then there's this arts and craft thing that they have to do for their mom and grandma. And so it's in your gift is a gift for someone else. You know what I mean? So it's just that's that whole Happy Valentine's Day thing from
You're the gift that keeps on giving.
Dez and the family.
Absolutely.
Hey,
So,
I like that.
I'm not currently talking to anybody right now. There was somebody that that maybe I want to people get confused when I tell them I'm a Gemini. So
You got that switch. I'm a Pisces. Same switch. You got that switch.
I could be like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color, by the way?
I played with my colors for a while. For a while, it was blue. Remember the sky? I like the sky. I like blue because it was so many different shades. I feel like that's the first color that I realized it was just so many different shades, and it's still blue. So, and I'm a water sign, and my birthstone is the aqua blue. So, I guess blue was destined. But as of recent, I'm loving green. When I looked up the color green, it's energy. I am energy. I'm nothing but energy. So, like the plants and stuff being green, oxidation, like it's just like a lot with it. So I kind of connected with green, and then blue and green next to each other is bomb. Like, wait, can we get some blue and green hearts or something? Like, let's see how beautiful those two colors match together. Like, just throw a blue and green heart up there real quick if y'all on here.
I'll be like, what's your favorite color? They'll be like, oh, and guess what? I don't have to be with somebody like to be like nice or romantic, or you can be with somebody, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be like, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is yellow. And then when the day comes, I'll be like, here's some yellow roses. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Oh wow! Not the yellow roses in the back seat. Yes, sir.
It's like that.
Who them roses for? Who them roses for? Let's get in your business. Who them roses for?
Somebody that sparked interest of recently.
Oh, okay. Now, do you like receiving gifts? Do you like receiving
I don't mind that. I give more than I receive. So when I do receive, it does give me a very generally tingly. Be humble to the receiving gifts. It kind of feels weird sometimes. I do feel a little different because it's something that I'm not used to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. I've always felt like that. Like, I'm not used to somebody giving me gifts or, somebody just pop up, like, just little things. The other day, because for me, it's not about, male-female relationship as much. Like, I can give you insight. I can give you my juicy details, but, that's not my focus. But as of recent, I really started taking note-taking and journaling, like, super serious. Like, my notebook is always, like it's like right there, you know what I mean, like Lionel in his blanket, so my mom noticed it and she wound up picking up a notebook for me, and it was so pretty, but when she gave it to me, I was just like, oh my God, and it just like made me so happy. Like, I was just so ecstatic over a notebook. Like, for me, gift giving for me is easy. Give me credits to audiobooks, subscribe me to things that's going, like, gift giving for me is easy. Like, I'm not picky. I'm not, like, I like thoughtful gifts. Some of the most bomb gifts I got were custom gifts. I got a scarf. Well, someone gave me a scarf for, it may have been my birthday, and it had my boys on it. And I was just like, oh, this is cool. Or bags with my name on it. Things like bags with my logos on it. Actually, a couple of years ago for my birthday, she was the manager at the bar I was working at, Chillin' Cheers. My girl, Mac. I had like a huge birthday party there. She, when I came in, she was like, I got you a gift. She was like, send me your logo. I was like, okay. So I sent her the logo. And when I came in, it was the like tractable banner, and it had like my picture on it, my logo on it, and it was like book DJ Dez Davis or DJ Dez, and then it had like my Instagram name, and I was just like, wow, Yeah, so like, I mean, gift gifting for me is real easy. Like, just think about me. Like, if you know me, it's no way you can't get me a bag. Give me a bookmark. Like, I mean, but a bookmark I be needing. I mean, reaching on the side. Like, I read a lot of books, so it's like,
like they get it the way you have to take your pen and put it in between the pages. Now I'm bending the pages.
yeah, no, I need a spiral notebook. If you can give me the spiral draw, like, I'm literally about to show you my notebook. I just pulled this out of my bag, literally. Like, literally. No, so those are for, like, the bookmark would be for, like, an actual book that I'm reading. But, like, my notebook comes equipped with the pen. I don't go nowhere without it. Like, this gotta be with me. I'm looking in there. I'll be writing down ideas, everything. Like, my notebook goes everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. What friend? Here you go. Don't be trying to set up the next joint as a blind date. Emma Howard, what's the what? What's your question, babe? Okay. No. I mean, I feel like when things align, but like I feel like when you are trying to like hone in on something, then it's harder. But like for me, if it comes to me, so like a lot of things gravitate to me. Like my idea behind the Netflix and Mix. You know, I plan on dropping another one pretty soon. I'm not sure if y'all saw the Netflix and Mix. So it's basically going to be a series. One day I was sitting in the house and New Jack City was on, and like when it came on, it was like, now mind you, I'm one of the ones who never really watched black movies like coming up. I didn't like watch them, so like before recently I wouldn't have been able to say, oh, this is John with Eddie Murphy held the baby in front, like, well, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that, like, but I was sitting and it came on, and like the music came on. It was like living just like they was going in, and I'm like, oh man, like, so I hit my Shazam button real quick, and I just let that joint rock, and I'm like, wait, what if I already told people so that's where the idea of Netflix and Mix came from. So I got a couple more coming. I know we did the comparison between Set It Off and Wait Until Exhale. Everybody picked Wait Until Exhale, but I mean Set It Off, but Set It Off soundtrack didn't get me. It didn't touch me. It didn't touch my creative side. So I agree. I had to learn, and just to touch on it, just real brief, a little, it's only three of us on here, so, I get a little transparent, a little more transparent with you. But, just to touch bases off of that, like, I had to learn in, like, figuring out myself that forgiveness is for me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to look for apologies from people, but why would someone feel as though they should apologize if they didn't think they were doing anything wrong? And just to put it in reverse, like, if your intention wasn't to hurt anybody and you don't, like, I wasn't trying to come off to hurt you, you wouldn't feel as like I wasn't trying to hurt you, but I realized, like, it wasn't my intent to hurt you, and if that happened, I apologize. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. But then just to take it a step further, I had recently called one of my exes to apologize for a certain situation because I experienced it. And in experiencing it, I feel like I had put myself in his position and I didn't like it. So I apologized for the thing that I had done to him when it was done to me. And, his response kind of was like, oh, you don't have to apologize. I did wrong, this and that there. I said, listen, I'm just, taking accountability for my part. So, when you're apologizing or forgiving people, it comes with that responsibility of, okay, there's no hard feelings, but I'm choosing to just go this way. If I see you, I'll speak, but, I don't want to have long conversations on the phone with you or, things like that. Or it might go, I forgive you and I feel as though we're both on the same page and that you understand and that it won't happen again. But that's for my vulnerability. I can't have that happen but so many times. Being in long-term relationships both times, especially the last time, being forgiven in that manner, it was kind of, taken advantage of. So, like, yes, I forgive you, but you're still doing the things that I forgave you for, and then you're mad because I'm still speaking on the things that you've done in the past when you do it again. And it's like, oh, well, you forgave me for that. And it's like, yeah, but you turned around and did that again, Right, right, right. So people are only going to do what you allow them to do. So it's like if you don't give them that, you know, it's literally how much are you willing to take? You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like at a zero tolerance for a lot of shit. So it's like that's why I'm single. Okay, fine. But like I have zero tolerance for a lot. I have zero tolerance for inconsistency. You know what I mean? If I can put you into my schedule and tell you, because that's what it is for me now. Like I gotta put you in my schedule. You know what I mean? So it's like, and no shade. Like I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm this big time celebrity, and if you don't fit in the schedule, but if I've decided to, let you in, it's like, hey, I got this little bit of time. You know how people say you make time for what you want to make time for? It's like I could have chose to spend this time with my kids. I could have chose to spend this time sitting in my car. I could have chose this time sitting at the river, anything. You know what I mean? But I chose this time to be with you. And it's like, I'm not looking for anything but the respect for my time. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you know. Right. Right. But it's vice versa too. So that's one lesson that I learned too. So in searching for, like, it's not really I'm searching or looking for, but in the relationships that I'm choosing to deal with, because that's what it is. If I choose to, whatever, because relationships is everywhere. It's, intimate relationships, like it's everywhere. So like if I decide to say, cool, let's start this relationship, whether it's a business relationship, I gotta trust you with money. I gotta be able to trust you with, a bunch of different things. So like, am I willing to put up with this because I know you to be like this? Am I willing to put up with that? That's why, like, a lot of times when I'm doing my path, I've never been the trendy one. You know what I mean? I've always been the different one. I've always been the oddball. I've always been the underdog. I've always been the one that, you know, was picked last. I wasn't like, you know what I mean? It was always, all right, we'll take this. You know what I mean? But that's because I always stood in my individuality. So, I can hear you. Yeah. I don't want to cut this short, but I only have a few more minutes. So, um, thank you for having me. Well, my mixtape is coming up. Send me some stuff. Let's work on it. See what we can do. Thoughts? Thoughts? No. Just basically continue to support. Thank you to this wonderful host, G's, for inviting me. Shout out to Audio Voice Studios, always being my number one home in the studio. I mean, a lot of magic happens in here. Shout out to my nephew, Nick Reed. We got a lot of shit going on. That's my circle right there, you know? When I ask him to pull up, he be right here, you know? Shout out to, you know what I mean? Um, just shout out to everybody, like my PD family. A lot of people tapped in. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Big stuff coming. Make sure you follow me. Follow me. Subscribe to my pages. Everything is DJ Dez Davis with a Z. You see that logo? That's me. Sugar DJ Dez Davis. Good. I appreciate you and thank you so much. This past couple days, you have really been like pushing my stuff and commenting, and like I really appreciate this. Will be like, yeah, thank you. Tag me, tag my YouTube, mention me, you know, and we'll spread the word. Yeah. 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 Yes, for sure. Thank you again. Just okay. Appreciate you. Sugar DJ Dez Davis. I'm out.